It was Maple.
Hey, guys! I
Hey.
heard y'all was looking for me. Y'all go like
Yep.
Mr. Say. Good morning, guys. I have some super amazing news about tomorrow night, and I had to move it before because anytime you want to deliver people from their current situation, you got to be right. And I was on the move, and I wasn't right in order to bring you through the poverty, in order to bring you through the generational curses, in order to get you to see something different. But I'm right now. So for the first 100 people, tomorrow night you get to attend my profit planning session for only $10. You got something to say, Miss Vicky? Oh, y'all throwing up them gang signs. bit.ly/fight for your profit. Let me get that in there. bit.ly/fight. Y'all know I can't walk and chew gum. For your profit. And let me tell you this morning why fighting for your profit is critical. Number one, if you're not gonna fight for your money, who is? We were just talking about getting up early. I get up early because there was a time that I got up and went to work for other people. It was a time that I got up when they said get up. And because I was a key holder and an executive, our business function couldn't start without a key holder being there. So if I was the key holder on duty, I had to be there before functions could start. So there were days I had to be at my desk at 4 a.m. I'm going to say that again. At my desk. That means get the kids up, feed the kids, get them dressed, get your gas, drive across town, walk across a football field size parking lot to get to my desk. And I had to be at that desk at 4. And so if I can get at that desk at 4 a.m. for somebody else's and a minuscule check, I can sure do it for my millions. Somebody type it in the chat, just do it. Because this, you need to do it for your millions. You need to do it for yourself. You need to do it for your generational wealth. So therefore, I don't need alarm clocks to wake me up. The Holy Spirit wakes me up. I said, the Holy Spirit, I need to be up by 4:30 because when they moving that money around the bank, I need to keep an eye on them. Holy Spirit, I need to be up when my early bird clients get up and they want to talk about hiring me as a coach. Holy Spirit, get me up. Everybody got a lot going on. I was telling them just now how I was moving at 4 o'clock this morning, but that does not keep me away from doing what I need to do to master my profit. So if you haven't grabbed your $10 ticket, go to bit.ly/fight for your profit. The first 100 people only. I'm going to show you, and this will be one of the few times that I've publicly shown my $1 million plan, but more importantly, because there's people out there capping and talking about how much money they got, what kind of cars they drive. But fool, can they help you with your money? I'm gonna sit there right there and let you think about that. For matter of fact, somebody on the panel, I'm gonna let you pick that up like Jax.
Not like Jack's, coach. I just
I
ordered me
remember
some
Jax.
catwalks not too long ago. So
Y'all remember Jax?
I
I
remember
sure do.
Jax.
I
Pick
have
that one
some.
up like Jax.
Pick it up like Jack's and pick up all 10 of them at one time. What?
Mm, mm.
What? So, if you want to be successful, you have to have a plan. You have to have a map, a guide. When you leave home and you go to the airport, Lord, like I sure love to do. Anyway, I digress. And you're on a trip. Do you just pick up and go, or do you plan out your route? Do you plan out your route? You have to do the
So
same
let's just
thing
be honest. Let's just be honest,
before
Rose.
money.
Some of us do just pick up and go. Then we distressed when we get caught up in the traffic that, Siri could have told us about.
That Siri could have
Then we
told us how to
upset
avoid.
when we late to the airport and they talking about, man, we was late to the airport one time.
They closed the
We got to
door.
the airport literally 5 minutes late. Baby, they had us. First of all, we lost our first class seats. And you know I'm a big girl. I don't like sitting with the masses. Baby, but the flights, we was flying from Atlanta to Vegas.
Mm.
Baby, we went through every state between Atlanta and Vegas. They
Coach.
stopped us in New Orleans. They stopped us in I don't know how they stopped us in Los Angeles. They stopped us in we had 3 stops and 2 layovers because we were 5 minutes late.
Coach, they had you feeling like you was on a train where it stopped at every little town. They even made you feel like you were on a train instead of the plane.
Not even a train, a Greyhound. But that's how some of you are doing by not having a plan for your money. You're stopping at places that you don't need to stop at. You're stopping at places where you really have permission to keep going, but because you haven't created a solid plan before you set out, and it's not in your mind and ingrained in your brain, and you haven't handed it over to the angels so they can run with it, because that's what the word says, is that write the vision and make it plain so that he that reads it can take it and run with it. They don't have to come back to you and say, now is this an I or an L? They don't have to come say, now did you say 2 or did you say 4? They are crystal clear in what you said. Write the vision and make it plain. But we will write a grocery list before we'll create a profit plan.
Wow.
We'll write a to-do list for our job before we create a profit plan for our business.
Wow.
And if the fact, and then you say, well, I'll go do it myself. Do you even know? Do you even know what qualifies as a profit plan? Because it's not a number on paper. It's how do you get to that number? That's a profit plan. A goal is a piece of paper with a number on it. A profit plan says, this is my goal, and this is how I'm going to get there. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, biannually, and annually.
And if Coach, I think you hit on something key right there. You hit on something key. You hit on, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'm about to burst because you hit on something so key as far as not even really knowing what a profit plan is. I promise you, I thought a goal was a plan and was wondering why I wasn't reaching my goal. And it's crazy because it's a lot of intellectual, smart people out there not being successful because they don't know and they won't put themselves in position to get the information that they need in order to succeed. And, you know, it's just time out. It's just time out. It hit in my spirit today. The whole world has changed, but yet some of us are still the same. How in the world you gonna let a whole world change and you still the same? It's been a year we've been in this pandemic and everything around us has changed. How am I gonna be the same and my business is still the same?
But I got one better message, so let me help you with that. How am I gonna be the same and expect different results? You can be the same, keep being the same. But if you're not getting the money that you want or need right now in your business, this is the opportunity for you to stop and say, maybe there's something I don't know. See, people think there's something wrong with you not knowing. There's nothing wrong with you not knowing. It is the not asking, the not seeking that is the problem.
That's it.
It's gonna be a ton of things that you don't know.
Yeah.
But have you asked and have you sought out the answer, guys? And if you haven't shared this broadcast, let me tell you, y'all know I went off last night. Rose was there. I went so platinum last night, y'all. I was shining. I was Kevin Gates. All my diamonds shine because they really diamonds. I went off last night. And the reason I went off is because we share foolishness. We share pictures of ghetto weddings, and we share pictures of grandmas twerking, and we share pictures of people slipping and falling in the snow. But here I am about to tell you for $10 how to break the curse of poverty in your family. Here I am about to show you for $10 how to cure the generational curses you got with your money. Here I am about to share your profit plan for $10, and you probably ain't sure. I look some days at the shares on the show, and I say that's a shame. Because if you can get this level of information for free, the least you could do is hover your finger over the button and hit the share. I said that about the PPP information. We're sitting over here informing people that didn't even have a clue is about this money. And then they had the nerve, the audacity to be disputing the money and clowning CJ. I say, don't let me. She better not give me one name. Because I got my first COVID shot yesterday. I'm about to get my second one. I might roll up to your house. What? I ain't been able to get with people in a whole year. But you might just, what makes us do that foolishness? And it's another thing I said. If I was somebody white on here, I'm just gonna go on and say it.
Tell the truth, Coach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show my $1 million plan to you tomorrow. Girl, you be knocking folks out in the street for $10. Y'all gotta do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's people that look like you that actually make real money. And I'm one of them. And been doing it consistently for a minute. So if all I say is break bread and give me $10 and you don't run to that link bit.ly/fight for your profit and drop that $10, keep following them shoulda, woulda, coulda. Because the business don't look the same. The strategies don't look the same. They don't look the same when you got your daddy investing $150,000 in your business as seed money, as you putting it for your children's lunch money. It hits different, y'all.
Yes. I was listening to Joel Osteen this morning, and he talked about how his dad set him and his siblings up 40 years ahead because of the money, the seed that he left for his family. And he didn't have to struggle to open a new church. The money was there already.
Oh, he did. His daddy did him better than that. His daddy set him up with an audience.
He sure did.
Don't get me wrong. He still had to study to show himself approved. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at anybody.
Not mad at all.
That sets their family up for generational wealth.
That's right.
But it's our turn.
That's right.
That's right.
You can't hand down something you don't know.
That's it.
We have
to be open. We have to be open and we have to be willing. And one of the things that I'm looking at on your banner, Coach, that I did not know is that this is your 10th annual profit planning. 10th annual. And so for me, that says success comes with consistency. Success comes with showing up. Success comes with the willingness to grow, to push, to fight. But you've been building something for 10 years, and that is a wealth of knowledge to dive into for $10.
And let me tell y'all something. Guess what my first profit planning retreat was called?
What?
It was called $1 Million Profit Planning Retreat.
Wow.
Because every year for $10, for 10 years, I have asked the Lord to show me a way to $1 million. I don't see, that's another thing. We don't ask. You sitting over there creating a $50 profit plan because that's all you believe in God for. Sometimes you need to be around believers in order to increase your belief. Sometimes you got to be around somebody to hear their testimony. That's why when they talking to me about, well, I don't know if I could do this because I'm a single mother and I went through a divorce and I got 3 kids. I say, baby, I'm your case study. I had, yeah. Well, you had your mama to help you. Well, my mama worked full time and I paid most of her bills. Let's go on and just tell all the truth. If we're gonna tell the truth. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no, God does deliver, but you do have to do the work and you can't have no excuse for it. And it starts with a plan. He gave us crystal clear instructions to write the vision, and yet we still refuse.
Mm. And you said something earlier.
BIT.LY/ fight for your profit. I want you to say me in the comments if you're gonna be there tomorrow night. I want you to say me in the comments if you're gonna move heaven and earth to show up. Some of y'all ain't even seen $1 million on paper, much less with your name next to it. Y'all didn't hear it, did you?
I heard it.
I heard
I heard it, Coach.
And I heard you say something.
You think different.
Coach, earlier you said that you were the key holder for your company, the company that you worked for. And for me, this profit plan makes us the key holder for our destiny. It makes us the key holder for that $1 million business and where we're going in our lives. And it allows us to open up the doors, unlock our dreams, unlock our goals, and that generational wealth that we're seeking. So I encourage you to go and register for $10 so that you can be the key holder for your life, for your destiny,
right.
your profit.
But use the key.
Use the key.
Yeah, we're the key holders, but you got to use the key. You can't hold on to it. You have to put it in the lock. You have to turn the lock, open the door, and then you have to make the steps that need to be made to reach that profit goal that you've put on that paper. And that's the one thing about being in Coach's Profit Planning Retreat at bit.ly/ fight for your profit. Is she's going to not only show you her $1 million profit plan, she's going to teach you how to set your profit plan.
Yeah.
And then she's going to show you the steps to get there if you choose to use the key to unlock your own door.
And here's another thing. I think this is an opportunity for you to be around. We say like-minded, but then we gravitate towards the same people over and over. We know that iron sharpens iron. Yet, how many conversations have you had with somebody who makes more than $1 million a year? Consistently.
Not that many.
Not that many.
And we treat those conversations as if they grow on trees. And they don't.
Yeah, and we got to be willing to not be the smartest person in the room.
Absolutely.
We have to be willing to relinquish that pride, that arrogance that we walk with, and know that there is something greater, but the only way to get to that something greater is to be shown. And we have to be open to the teaching and the learning.
And that's it. You said a mouthful right there, Latoya. You have to be open to it. And when you hear folks say you have to be coachable, well, that means that you have to relinquish that control that you have over certain things because you think it's all mine. So you can't tell me what to do with mine. Yeah. You have to be able to relinquish that. And that's part of
not protective over nothing. I see people out here fighting. I had one lady tell me, I want to get your advice about a business idea, but I don't want to tell nobody because somebody might keep it. I said, girl, I don't even have the energy to birth all my ideas.
Let alone take yours.
As long as you keep that idea under lock and key, it won't be no good to you or anybody else. So you got 1,000 ideas and $0 in the bank. God help your soul.
And then she runs the risk too, Coach. Somebody else will come out with that same idea, but they will take it all the steps. They will take it all the steps further, and she'll look up, and her idea, whatever, will be rolling down the street, delivering groceries, or sitting on the shelf being purchased. And the first thing she'll come back to you and say is, you remember when I had this idea? But the
Yeah,
question
she's
is,
not gonna get back on my
do
phone.
they?
That's another thing I've been doing, y'all. You know, my new clients, as y'all see them coming in, one of the
And
questions
they're
I
coming
ask
in.
them, girl, you ain't seen
Oh, they are
it.
coming in. Like,
You
whoa.
know, one of the questions I'm asking them is, because I'm at the point where they're not interviewing me anymore. I want you to get this right. I'm interviewing them. And I tell them that. And if you're not hungry and ready to do the work, I'm good. So I've turned down probably the better part of $200,000 in the last 45 days, turned it down. You know why? You're not going to make me look bad. You're not going to stress me out. When people don't do their work, that's stressful to me. And when people don't show up for their one-on-ones, that's stressful to me. It's a bunch of coaches that don't care. And I prayed to God one day. I said, Lord, I don't want to care no more. And he said, I ain't make you like that. That's not how you made. So go
Not
on,
at
keep
all.
caring and get out my inbox. That's what the Lord told me.
He sent you
You
an
know, I
email
sent him a
back. He
message
rejected
before,
your
right?
email, coach.
You know, I sent him a messenger. I say, Lord.
He sent him back.
And he can see the little dot. He can see, he knew what I was about to say. Lord, I'm tired of dragging people to this money. Even right now, anybody under the sound of my voice should be knocking over their bank trying to get a ticket. I don't know what to tell people anymore. I just don't know what to tell them. There's a body of information that we are not privy to. And until you get access to that information, you just don't. Troy was telling me about a conversation he had with some of his friends about how money is not really real. Do y'all know that?
Mhm.
Do y'all know that money is not even real?
Mm. I think it's
I
evident in the electronic sense of the way
Yeah, I
people
never really
scroll
thought about
past
it like
stuff.
that.
I want you to take the money out of your pocket and I want you to think about what makes that paper different than the other paper that's in your notebook.
Is it the value
Right.
that
The
people is
value
giving
that
it?
people place on it.
It's the
Mhm.
perception. It's the perception.
Because guess what?
Yep.
It's not backed by anything.
Right.
Mm.
What's the difference between this and this?
Wow.
Mm.
The perception of what's
This got
there.
numbers on it and this don't. Otherwise, what's the
Right.
difference?
Perception.
There's no difference. This ain't bagged by
There's no difference.
nothing. This ain't bagged by nothing. It used to be they had, you know, they don't even have enough space at Fort Knox for enough gold to back all the money that's in circulation.
Oh wow. I did not know that.
They don't. And
If
girl,
you light a match,
Wow.
I think if we was to ever
if
get
you
in
light a
Fort
match
Knox,
to
I don't
either
think
one
there's
of those, coach,
nothing.
they're gonna burn the same. If you light a match to either of those pieces of paper, they're gonna burn the same.
They are. I think if we get in Fort Knox, I don't think it's nothing in there.
That part, coach.
I
That part.
agree.
I don't think it's a bar gold in there.
It's all a
Because
sham,
you know what, coach? If you talk about and put out the same message over and over and over and over, people are going to start to believe it. Has anyone been in Fort Knox to know what's really there? We know what they say is there. Perception. Perception. They pop them doors and the floor is empty. People, do you know how many people would jump out the window?
Well, being retired military, I can tell you, you're not gonna get in there either. They gonna protect it.
And they could be protected nothing.
Like the emperor's new clothes, protecting an empty room.
Mm-hmm.
So they say as of July 30th, 2020, Fort Knox had 1 million troy ounces, which is 4,583 metric tons of gold reserves with a market value of 290 billion, representing 56% of the gold reserves in the United States.
Wow.
Monique, you ever been to Fort Knox?
No, I haven't. I've never been to Fort Knox, unfortunately, but of course it is the be all to end all, so definitely I'm aware of it, of course, being prior military. But one of the things I would just like to say as a testimony to Coach is, I've been about a year now. Last year, I went to last year's profit plan, and I wasn't in the community or a mentee of coaches. And I just, shamefully, I did not do the work. I attended, I got the information, but I didn't do the work. I didn't implement on it. And my business resulted from that. However, here recently, I would say within the last 3 weeks, God got with me and I got with God. I had a God moment and decided that no more, enough was enough. And I was going to do the work and I was actually going to implement it. And it seems like the whole heavens have opened up now that I'm in alignment and I'm actually doing the work. I have invoiced, based on Coach's teaching, I have invoiced 3 clients, 1 paid invoice and 2 invoices that are up for due payment. And so Coach is going to blow your mind. This profit planning retreat is going to be awesome. It's going to be off the hook, off the chain. And I'm super excited to be attending because I am actually going to do the work. Okay, I'm going to make this is going to be real for me, and I'm going to actually implement it. I'm going to have the fruit manifested. And so, Coach, I just want to give you kudos because it's not because of you, it's because of me. I had to do a self-check on me to get in line to actually do the work. And now that I have, it's being manifested in my business. And God is like, okay, sons, okay, daughter, I see you now, and you're actually doing it, And so I'm being consistent. I'm being focused because you talked to me about that as well. You need a plan, but you need to be focused on that plan. So go to bit.ly/fight for your profit to register. It's only $10. That's less than 2 hazelnut venti lattes at Starbucks, which will be $12.50 for that. But for $10, you can get in the room and get with Coach and get this knowledge and this information that will put your business on a trajectory and change the trajectory of your business for your life.
I'm telling you, 90% of the business owners that I know do not have a plan, a profit plan on paper. The few that do is incorrect. And I promise you, it's what's keeping us back. It's what's you got to know where you want to go. I tell you all the time, you ask for your $5, I'm going to ask for my 5 million, and we're going to see who gets there first. We run around. I'm not saying he's not worthy to be praised because he is, but we run around doing the holy dance when we find $20 on the ground when he gave us seed for millions. He gave us land for millions, and he said, now all you got to do is go plant your seeds. And for some reason, we won't. I don't know if it's fear. I don't know if it's, but we got to do better. And so for the first 100 people, my 10th annual profit planning session tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, bit.ly/fight for your profit. And even though I say fight for your profit, this is a lot easier fight than some of y'all are fighting right now. I can promise you that. And it makes you feel different when you're fighting for yourself.
Yeah. Because that anxiety, the stress that comes with struggling, is beyond anything anyone should be experiencing right now, because we were born for greater. We were born for more. And so if we got to fight for profits, I'd rather fight for profits than to fight for staying and struggling where I am right now.
And I'm gonna be honest, guys. The anxiety, you're still gonna have anxiety, but you don't have broke anxiety. And I think
Right.
anxiety and broke anxiety are a little bit
Right.
different, you know. You're still gonna have stress, but you won't have broke stress. And I think, you know, as I learn and live, you know, and the Bible said, "Money answereth all things," and I really feel bad every time we move because I want a different layout for the room, or I want a bigger room, or I want this, I want that. I think about the people that can't afford to get in a hotel at all. I think about the people that can't afford to get their house fixed. I think about the people that didn't have any insurance. It's bad.
And that's when you really find out about what you should have done and how you could have moved. But we've had a whole year. Don't get caught again. Don't miss the opportunity again. It's $10. Now, I don't know about gas there where you are, Coach, but here, if you go buy 3 gallons of gas, you have spent over $10. Okay. So even though the mask mandate may be up in some places, I say stay your butt at home, save them 3 gallons of gas, get you a $10 ticket by going to bit.ly/fight for your profit. See Coach's $1 million
misnomer. I don't know that this is anybody's last $10. I'm not gonna read people's change like that, but let me tell you what I did see. I've been seeing the restaurants packed because the stimulus hit. I've been seeing this and that packed because the stimulus hit. The malls been packed because the stimulus hit.
I need to get out more.
People are walking around. I mean, I don't think people are hard up for money in that sense. They are spending their money how they want. People are paying for what they want to pay for. And, you know, it's sad that people would rather go and buy a pair of shoes when they already have 100 pair in the closet. But yet they say they are entrepreneurs or business owners, whatever you want to label yourself, but you don't want to invest in a business that can literally save so many other people. Because, Coach, I'm like you. I don't want to be the only one that can, if I want a bigger place, I can, or if something happens, I have the money to meet that need right then. I want everyone to be in a financial position to where if something comes up, they don't have to go into panic mode. All they have to do is just call and, you know, it's there. So for me, I have to show up in my business, which means I have to invest in my business. I have to go, you know, to webinars and to classes that and to connect with someone that's going to not just allow me to be have a successful business, but to create a movement. I don't want another teacher to have to wait until a payday before they can do something. You know, payday should be every day. You know, we just shouldn't, you know, it's just sad. It really is. It's just sad. We don't have to be in want and so much lack and have such a broke mentality and, you know, and thinking everybody else can have it, but it's not for us, and be okay with just being okay. I'm, you know, We just deserve more. We deserve more. And if you don't think you deserve more, I'm here to tell you, you deserve more. Show up. It's $10 doggone dollars. Just 10. Pay it. Gosh. Pay it.
And I'm like, Cynthia say, create your own stimulus. Because if you don't do the right thing by your stimulus money, you're gonna look up that money's gonna be gone, and you'll be waiting on the government to send you more. And can I be honest with y'all? Sometimes I don't think it's fair. I think that was Morehouse's graduation, and he said he was gonna pay everybody tuition, which is nice. But I said, what about the parents like me that sacrificed and scraped and hustled and paid their baby's tuition? Is he gonna give me a refund? Colleagues get half the money back. Because at some point, and I think they created this whole situation to keep us reliant and compliant. Because back in the gap, if you didn't work, you didn't eat.
That's right. Come on now.
Wasn't no food magically handed out. The only way you can get food is if you went to work. So I don't know. But bit.ly/fight for your profit. I'm going to get out of here this morning, but I will be back this afternoon. Tell a friend, text a friend, text 2 friends, and put them on notice. And after the session, I'm sure you're going to see that what you were thinking going in and what you thought coming out, it's 2 different things, and you owe yourself that enlightenment. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can't see when you don't know what to look for. And right now, you're kicking over bags of money trying to get to a job where that's not where it's at. It's not.
I'm excited, Coach. And I've been in the community and I've seen your profit plan. I was in the profit planning retreat last year. I'm excited for this year.
Y'all want some tea?
I sure do.
Yes.
So we're gonna do our mid-year profit planning session in Vegas in July.
All right.
Y'all better get y'all coins ready and right.
Ooh, I'm so
because
gosh.
it's nothing like putting your money on them big sheets of paper and then
going to get it.
Yes. And having that as a reminder.
That right there just made my day.
So July, here we come. Tell you, get y'all shots, get y'all change, and let's get ready.
Absolutely. And it's no better place to see your money on them big sheets of paper than in the money, in the place where the money is flowing.
That's right.
Okay. In the place where the money is flowing.
Yes to that.
Well, we love you guys, and I'm back this afternoon too with my friend Mr. Howard talking about the HBCU event he has going on. But thank you, Vicki Rose, Cynthia Armstead out in the crowd, Monique Latalia. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Appreciate you guys, and y'all have a great day. Grab your ticket.
Thank you, Coach.